Don Rafeal by Victor Sinclair. Turqnia. Turqnia? Turkey? 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 Now, if it'll focus correctly, that actually says Turqnia. Okay, Turqnia, come on. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, Turqnia. Hey everybody, I'm Abel Key, and this is Cigar Vlog, and this is a Don Rafeal Turqnia in Churchill. This is part of the Don Rafeal Countries line, which, as far as I can tell, is kind of the El Cheapo version of the CAO Countries line. And basically, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is some language that I, for whatever reason, cannot get any information on. Some language's version of the country Turkey, which tells me that there's probably some amount of Turkish tobacco in this, which is kind of the whole point of the line, and my focus is not cooperating with me, as usual. But anyway, it's a nice long Churchill, very light, I want to say almost Connecticut looking wrapper, so I'm hoping that this is going to actually have some flavor to it. But yeah, I kind of had to take a look at, kind of a triple look at that actual band, that secondary band there, just to make sure I was reading that right. Come on, will you focus for me? Yes, because everybody wants to see the grass. Eventually, I will figure out how to manually focus this thing while recording. Well, anyway, it's a nice long Churchill. Looks like it's going to be fairly light. I'm guessing it's Turkey because the actual main band is red with white stars, which is kind of the Turkish flag. That's kind of the theme that they've been going on with most of the actual countries line, is having the country flag as part of the band somehow. So there's a number of lines, including Italy, USA, Brazil, etc., etc. And I will be getting to those later. But if I did all those today, I would probably be too blistered on my bird to actually see straight. So, that said, I'm going to go ahead and get this lit up. I've already got it pre-cut. So far, pre-light draw seems pretty smooth. So, hopefully it'll be good results all around. I'll get back to you after it's going. Alright, so everything's good and going. I think I got my light halfway decent. Might be a little off, but otherwise I think it should be okay. Initially, I'm going to say there's no spice at all, which is kind of nice. Kind of leathery, very smooth. Not a whole lot going on, though. So that tells me that the nature of the wrapper, fairly light, is probably going to be the nature of the cigar the rest of the way through. Light. And if you're into light cigars, that's a good thing. Me personally, I like them a little more punchy than that. Smoke's a little on the wispy side, but not bad. I want to say earthy leather. Very light tones, though. Very light. Well, anyway, I'm going to keep smoking this down, get down about the first inch, and see how that works out. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit pickup in the flavor. That is just so subtle, though. Alright, I'll get back to you after an inch. And here we step back into the tunnel of doom. Alright, so 1 inch update. Echo. So far I noticed, like I said before, I'm probably sold it like crazy, but the actual flavor of this is very, very light and extremely subtle. But so far it's interesting. The flavor that is there, it's kind of this sweet, spicy, woody, not quite cedar, almost kind of like a sandalwood kind of note to it. It's kind of built, which is interesting. Otherwise, it's just basically kind of a clean tobacco with a slight sandalwood tone. The problem with this is that it's so light that I'm barely getting any flavors at all off of it. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like Connecticut shade style wrappers or just lighter cigars in general, is because they don't taste like anything. This fortunately does taste like something. It's just particularly difficult to get anything. Well, anyway, so far it's actually been pretty decent. I'll get back to you about that halfway point and see if anything changes. Alright, so the ash just fell off. And so far, flavors have been unchanged, but they have kind of built, which is kind of weird. Normally I was kind of expecting this to be subtle all the way throughout, but I've noticed that as I keep smoking it, I'm looking for bicycles, by the way. the actual flavor of the cigar starts to build. Because like the essential oils kind of coat the inside of your mouth, and the flavor kind of intensifies a little bit as you go. So far, the flavor itself has been kind of just this sweet, spicy, clean tobacco. Sounds kind of odd to say it like that, but yeah, it's just a clean tobacco with just a sweet spiciness to it that's got an almost sandalwood kind of appeal to it. I'm kind of finding myself having to be careful because I've kind of got this bad habit of double puffing, especially on longer cigars with bigger ring gauges. Largely due to the fact that I'm not too sure if I'm getting the actual wrapper burning. Wrapper's burning just fine, by the way, and so far haven't had any burn issues at all. It's been just a little messed up from how awkwardly I got it lit, but I haven't had to do any touch-ups, haven't had any relights, anything like that. It's been burning just like a champ so far. I will say that the smoke is very, very thin and airy, so keep hearing something like somebody's walking around, like maybe over top of the bridge here or something. But so far, it's been actually quite nice. It's just a warm, inviting, just very pleasant overall kind of perfume. There we go, that's a good though. The Rafeal is where you get most of that kind of sweet, spicy sandalwood note. And like I said, it's just so thin and airy that you barely can tell you're doing it. It doesn't burn your sinuses by any stretch, but like I said, in previous videos, you really don't want to Rafeal too much because I don't know about you, but that makes me snot like crazy. That's it. If I ever got a sinus blockage, all I gotta do is Rafeal a few times and everything. Too much information. I'm sorry. So speaking of bicyclists, there's just two guys going along a while ago on bicycles. We're in suits. I figured they're the Jehovah's Witness. Would you like to take them out to talk about Jesus Christ? Those kind of guys. And they're just buzzing along. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's your day going? And they just give me this long intro, and they're just buzzing along down the bike path here. I'm just like, why are you saying such a long intro instead of just hi and just gone? Because they're just gone like that. Just they're gone. They give me this long intro like we're going to sit there and have a conversation and just start bullshitting for the next 3 hours. And they're gone. Bicycles are weird. I mean, if you're going to do PT, get out, get your shoes on, run. It's cheaper, it's better for you, and it's actually more I think it's a little bit more useful. But hey, to each their own. I just think it's kind of weird that Colorado's been pushing this weird bicycle thing. Just a little side note, a little digression. So far though, yeah, everything's been going really good. It's been a very pleasant cigar so far. The only real gripe I have is it is just so damn subtle. It takes about halfway through the cigar before it actually builds to the point where you get the proper flavor off of it. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and just keep smoking this down to band and get back to you then. We'll see if anything changes. Alright, so getting pretty much just about to band here. Band is still on, as you can see. Ash just flopped off for the second time, so I figured now was a good time for an update. So far, flavors have been totally consistent the whole way through. Just that light, sweet, slightly spicy, very pleasant, kind of builds on your palate flavor. Just a nice, warm, friendly little cigar that well, makes for a nice companion for the afternoon. If I was going to pair this with anything, I was originally going to say with water because of how subtle it is. But as the flavor builds, the longer you smoke it, the more pronounced it becomes, and it kind of strikes me as one of those cigars where you actually would want something basically whiskey-based. So I'm going to say like a Manhattan or an old-fashioned. Have a cocktail, have a smoke, sit down, take a nap. Not at the same time, obviously. But overall, yeah, flavors have been unchanged throughout, and that's to be expected of a cigar of this price range. It's definitely not a AAA boutique cigar by any stretch. And that's kind of the point of the Don Rafeal line, and Victor Sinclair in general. Now, they do have some more super premium lines which are a little bit more expensive, but it's still Victor Sinclair, and they're more affordable than the other higher-end versions. That's it, though. This is a good cigar. I've been thoroughly enjoying this throughout the entire time smoking it. And like I said, I don't really anticipate a whole lot of additional changes compared to basically the point where it burns my hand. Yeah, overall drink pairing, any whiskey cocktail, you'd be fine. You might be able to get away with a tequila. Maybe. An expensive tequila. Then again, if you pay more for the tequila than you do for the cigar, well, I don't know, you might get a diminishing return on that. My only real gripe about it is how long it takes for the actual flavor to ramp up. You basically have to smoke through half of it before you actually start getting the full punch of the flavor. Another little just weirdity, it's called Turqnia. I tried looking this up, trying to figure out what language is Turqnia. Now, I think it's basically the country Turkey, which would tell me that there was Turkish tobacco in this. And keep in mind, this is made like, this is made like all Victor Sinclair cigars in the Dominican Republic. But if it gets tobacco imported from Turkey or Brazil or Mexico or wherever, then they can officially label it that. Which is kind of what CAO has been doing with their international line, and pretty much the same thing they've been doing here. Although with CAO, you know, it's the actual wrapper. This, I don't know if it's the wrapper or if it's the filler that's using the imported tobacco. Overall, though, it's been just a very pleasant, enjoyable, just lovely cigar the whole way through. Like I said, my only gripe, it's a little too subtle. The smoke is a little too thin and wispy. Other than that, draws nice, burns nice. Burn has stabilized itself very nicely. The ash holds on for a good half of the cigar, so it's got excellent construction, like all of the Don Rafeal and Victor Sinclair that I know of. So far, yeah, no problems, good flavor. Just a nice companion cigar. I'll go ahead and leave an annotation or something like that, or just type it in when I edit. If anything changes from here to the blonde end of it. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I'm not really expecting a whole lot of anything different, so I'm just going to go ahead and smoke it down and pretty much call it that. Excellent cigar. Definitely can recommend these, especially if you're just living the line of humidor. This is one of those cigars that you can fill out your humidor and not be embarrassed. That's pretty much how Don Rafeal works. You know, it's, I'm not going to say cheap. I'm going to say affordable. Most of the Don Rafeal line, you can get any of these. There comes a guy walking his dog. You know, you can get any of these for about half the price as you would a super premium or 220. Yeah, there he goes. Welcome to Colorado. Everybody's riding their bike or walking a dog. Oh, anyway, I'm going to call it here. That's pretty much all I got to say about it. Good cigar. I'll see you next time.